Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Boy Howdy campaign for you. Our first round is going to be Rivertown on Conquest, followed up by the Forest Stream on Conquest. Before we get into that, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Our regiments for today, on the CSA side, you have the 7th Louisiana, Greg's Brigade, the Kentucky Outlaws, Stonewall Brigade, Archers Brigade, 7th South Carolina, the 1st RBB, and the Army of Northern Virginia, whereas on the Union side, you have the Eagles Brigade, 6th Arkansas, Midwest Brigade, 2nd Kentucky, 65th Illinois, 14th Tennessee, 2nd United States Sharpshooters, and the 3rd United States Horse Artillery. Now, I will say 7th LA, who is on CSA side, did bounce over to the Union side, so very appreciative with the help on that. Server population for today's fight, it's 200. Inbounds is one towards the CSA side. Looks like there's either no artillery or no one's taking it, so the imbalance is as you see it for the infantry. Frontline reporters for today. Representing the Union side, you have Meat Cutter from the 14th Tennessee. On the opposite side, you have Cloud from the Army of Northern Virginia. Appreciative of those guys to give us their frontline view. And with that being said, let's get to our overview here. Now, the Boy Howdy campaign rules are that you start at the quick time at 43, and then you double quick and sprint at the 40-minute mark, which is why we're a few minutes later into this round. However, we're in Conquest, ladies and gentlemen. Boy Howdy has a different set of rules compared to what you normally see. Normally in Conquest, you have 3 points of contention, and you're trying to capture a majority of the points. If you capture a majority, you start dealing a ticket drain on your opponent. So if you're up 1 flag, you're dealing 1 flagpole's worth. If you're up 2, you're dealing 2 flagpoles, and so forth. However, let's say each side has 1, for example, they'll cancel each other out. So each side doesn't lose tickets. If each side have a flag, they just negate each other. So,
where y'all going?
However, Boy Howdy, it's a little different than that. Because normally you'd fight over all 3 points.
Yeah, hey guys, what's up? Where you going? Hey now, come on. Just kind of quit that.
Nice little wipe there from TKO. But how this campaign rules work is that the defending token gets to choose a point to defend on the map they're fighting on. Which CSA, as you can see, they have gotten to the C point first, and that is the point that they are defending on this map. Looks like A and V has gone over here. Interestingly, though, a lot of the fighting is happening at B. Union likes to come up these rocks here, which you can see there's a couple guys here that are coming up this way from Union main spawn, which is down there. And so I think CSA is trying to fight here instead of just go hold at C so that they can completely cut off Union from getting up here. So nice little charges here from Greg's Brigade and Archer's Brigade. And Union flag will get out, so nicely done on his part. I think something to note is that War of Rights had an update yesterday for the spring Steam sale. So if you ever wanted to get this game, it's 50% off, $15 compared to its normal price of $30. So now's the time and get it. And they buffed the living crap out of every gun in this game. They made guns realistic to their counterparts in real life, so they decreased the bullet spray of weapons by 60% at a minimum. The Whitworth is 90% bullet spread decrease, and the Sharps carbine is 70. It might be the inverse between the Whitworth and Sharps. I don't exactly remember. Regardless, though, the weapons are a lot more accurate than what we saw. And actually, funny part is they released a hotfix today because yesterday, when they dropped the update, the guns were entirely accurate. They were 100%, so if you shot, the bolt just went straight. So, yesterday it was a skill issue if you missed. But another note is that I'm adjusting with the audio. I'm trying to make everything a little bit louder because I know the broadcasts we've done in the past are very quiet. So, if something's too loud or too quiet, I've tested it and I think it's well, but obviously feedback is always welcome. So, Union's not really making a push for the C point. I mean, you have one smaller group heading towards C right now. It's 7th LA. They're not bringing a flag with them, so maybe they're just trying to see if they can get there and decap the point. Now, the Union can decap and cap the point if they want to. However, in this event, as of late, we've seen the team that isn't defending the point, that's attacking, kind of sit back for the first portion of the game, which I don't know if I mentioned it, but that point is the only point that can be fought over until the 25-minute mark. after the 25-minute mark, all the points open up. But normally we see the team that's attacking, which would be Union in this case, they would just kind of sit back, let CSA take the point, and take the ticket loss, which you can see Union's already down at half morale stage, while CSA's barely taking any losses. So Union is starting to shift their attention a little more down towards the C point, which A and B and PA is on that point. Union's slowly making their way. They're trying to get out of this CSA kind of encapsulation. I mean, CSA is trying to capture them. The fascinating thing with this update, too, is that I think for the past year, a lot of the meta has been charging, just because of the game change. Like faster flag respawns, tickets didn't mean as much with that change as well. And just because everyone was spawning back in fast and there was such a huge bullet spread, you couldn't hit your shots. And so the only way to really win matches is by doing what they're doing here, is charging. But since guns are a lot more accurate, I think charging won't be as prevalent anymore, and I think that's a great thing for the game. My biggest complaint when they moved the flag spawn from 10 to 5 seconds was like, hey,
they're getting fucked over right now.
The charging meta is starting to become a little too overpowered. It's getting to a point where charging is the only way you can win this game, because you can't shoot your opponent down in tickets, and you can't shoot them off of a ground or a position that they're holding. But when you buff the living crap out of the aim to make it more realistic, then
53rd, switch back to the
that can counter that whole idea. So
quickly.
I think this is a good change. Also, the Whitworth and Sharps have scopes on them now, but I don't think
fire.
either of them
Over here.
this map. So also, Buck and Ball got nerfed. The pellets, because it shoots like a shotgun, right? It has its normal shot, and then it has a couple pellets with it. Those pellets do not kill past 33 yards. They only wound, which I still think could be effective, just because, you know, if someone gets hit with a pellet and they go into a melee, they're 1 stab versus 2. But obviously, you would want to get an opponent's ticket down versus, you know, with 1 pellet. Anyways, CSA is starting to shift more guys over. A&D is starting to push out against 7th LA. EB and MWB are pushing up here for Union. And Union looks to be putting some pressure on this point.
Fire charge! Fire charge! Fire
And lucky for A&B as well, TKO showed up. A couple of Union guys lingering in the background here. 3rd Usha. You know, it's really hard to say. I really want to say, you know, a few guys won't be able to do much when they shoot, but, you know, if they're accurate, maybe things can be good. So Union's charging in here now.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. My shoulder.
Kill him. Keep killing him. Keep killing him. Their officer's dead.
So for now, A&V holding this point. You can see what they got down there. Union's kind of completely starting to go out into the camp. You got a few CSA 7th LA going over for a... Oh my goodness. Wait, did 7th LA? Maybe only part of them split. That would make sense. Anyways, a little late, but perfectly fine. Co-commentating with me today, we have Wrathful Grape. How are you doing?
Doing alright, Mr. Eagle. Thank you for asking. I do apologise for being so late. Wee bit of George popped up and I had to get that fixed before I had to come on.
Hey, all good. Everything else is more important than this, but we're glad you're here. So
I'm happy to be here, Mr. Eagle. Always happy to be here with a man such as yourself, sir.
So, to kind of tell you what's been going on so far, CSA has got to defend the first point on this map, because in Boy Howdy they fight over only 1 point, and the point they chose to see on Rivertown, which is the map we're on now, and they defend that point until the 25-minute mark. Union can capture if they want, but CSA's kind of had it the whole time, so CSA at this point is up over a half morale stage lead, and speaking of that, Union is down and engaged. So
And it's not like the last time I was here when these boys were on Harper's Ferry and were fucking around, eh?
Yeah, they're just sitting around for the first 20 minutes of the game, but they forced a draw at least that time. But Union's charging at C now, at least putting a little effort into trying to take it.
And it certainly looks like it. But with the accuracy update, it's much more about, well, not panicking. And I think the CSA is going to get routed out here, and I think the USA is going to take it off. Yeah, it looks like TKO and A&V are pulling back while they're being chased off by EEB and Midwest Brigade.
Yeah,
I'm actually quite... Oh, please, go on, Mr. Eagle, please.
Oh, no, I was going to say, that's really well done. The issue for CSA is they've kept a lot of their guys back at that B point because I think they were trying to, like, keep the Union in their main spawn, but it didn't work, and the Union kind of went out, and now they've decapped, and it looks like they're probably going to be able to take it.
I'm actually surprised the amount of CSA that's actually managed to retreat. Props on to A&V and TKO managing to get enough of their men out. Especially holding on to their flags.
Yeah. Flags are really important now. Flags just keep getting a buff, you know? A lot more people are dying now with the increased accuracy, and you got to keep those flags up, especially when your opponents have scopes. So.
Oh, especially, sir, especially. And I think it's been a running gag that they should drop the spawn times on the flags again, just because people are dying so much.
1 second spawns. So, what are your initial thoughts on the update?
We actually, myself and the Free States Brigade, our boys, we were actually dueling around. We went on the drill camp just to see what the accuracy would be like, and Christ almighty, it was a difference. I mean, it's no longer luck-based what you're shooting at, even at a distance. I mean, anything at 200 sub-yards, you're going to be shooting right as rain.
Did you see the hot fix they did this morning?
Aye. I did no more of the laser pointer on the musket, sir. Shame to see it go.
I don't know. I personally don't mind 100% accuracy, but maybe increase the sway a little more. But like you said, it's when you move it from 100% accuracy from where you shoot, it's kind of luck based and not actually skill. And so maybe keep it like 95 to 100%, but maybe increase the sway of your gun a little bit so you know when to time things.
Oh,
right.
the sway is already atrocious, so
That's fair,
I don't
that's
think
fair.
we need more of that.
Also, what is going on at these flags by the sea point? There's like little pumpkins on the ground that have text.
I thought I was the only one who was seeing that. I thought that might just be that's a texture on. That's not a loaded texture.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the rifles. The bayonets are there on top of it.
I suppose the save or the textures from the rifles aren't loaded proper.
Yeah.
Because if you also noticed, they've also changed the fouling a little bit on how when you fire the musket over and over, the musket, the colors change on it different than they did before.
I've also seen where the ramrod turns into the rifle.
Aye, yeah, that happens as well, sir.
You know, it's just the common things that you see in this game. So, CSA looks to be making an attempt at C again. A lot's just happening in this map.
One thing I do have to give Boy Howdy the props for is the fact that they normally play on large maps, so the accuracy actually shows. You're not fighting on something like Cryford, or you're not fighting on River Crossing, where you just stand there and shoot at each other and nothing comes of it. But in these large maps, it pretty much shows off, especially at long ranges, what regiment's been drilling and what regiment hasn't.
Luckily for them, though, there's so much buildings, which I know you love a lot, to where...
I absolutely love it, sir, if you can hear the excitement in my voice.
TKO and A&V are winning on that point. 6 Arkansas is being pushed off. Some Union are charging in the rear side of this, though, Midwest Brigade. Meanwhile, behind Midwest Brigade, you got even more CSA, Greg's Brigade pushing this way. Everyone's flanking.
And Midwest Brigade is trying to hit these boys in the arse. They're doing it quiet. But, oh, never mind, they've been spotted out.
I don't think they're going to make this. They're probably going to lose that flag, too. CSA dropped to engage.
Oh, just seeing Mr. Decoy, especially with the update for the pistol, he was just capping men left and right, he was.
How improved is the bullet spread
Dead
on
on.
pistols?
Dead on.
Dead on? All right.
It's essentially dead on. If you're anywhere sub 30 yards, you're killing a man if you're pointing it at him.
Huh?
Just make sure you aim at his knees. Aim at his knees because the bullet jumps.
So, 1 minute, and we have the rest of the points opening up.
Aye, and the CSA seems to be intent on holding back at C, but Union is currently trying to siege Union out of B over here by the graveyard.
Yeah, CSA do outnumber, though, so that's... And they have the stone wall for the moment. But Union's down 1 flag, and CSA's probably going to get 2 of the points here. I assume Union's going to get A. Yeah, Union's going to
I was just looking at that, but that's a fucking hike to get there for CSA. I think they're gonna stick up down the road by B and C.
So the question is, where's the closest flag to A? Because I don't know if Union has a flag on that side of the map. I don't think they do.
I don't think so, sir. Closest flag is actually at B, sir.
Well, Union is, it's going to be a little rough, don't you think?
It's gonna be a wee bit rough, sir. Just a wee bit.
So, 25 minutes is now hit, so B and A points open up. However, as just mentioned, no one's probably going to get A. CSA is probably going to get B and C, and so they're going to be dealing 2 flag pulls worth, and Union's down a flag. This is not looking great for Union.
Union seems to be getting squished here by C. It seems CSA's been pretty much methodically moving up. They're starting to hit 36th. Is that the Illinois? And the 2nd U.S. Sharps.
Yeah, it was interesting because a lot of the Union broke off to hit C when CSA was kind of weak at C when they initially capped it, because CSA had so many of their forces at B, but CSA sent a couple more to C, reinforced there. Now Union's kind of trapped. Is that another Union flag down? Yep, so that's 2 Union flags.
2 Union flags are down, sir. So that means they only have 2 others able.
Yep, and A&V is going to charge, at least get close to 2nd U.S. Sharps and 65th. TKO's running around the side. I don't know if they're trying to flank, but, I mean, the rest of the 2 Union flags are right, at least where I'm looking.
Oh, 2nd U.S. just tried to pull out and ran right into TKO. Oh, you poor bastards.
So yeah, that's going to be a wipe there. That flag, where'd it go?
We have EB, and they're not even paying attention to their right.
They need to run. Oh, no.
Rebel on the right, shoot that fucker.
Coming down the road.
They don't know that the entire half the CS team is going for them.
Brace right. Flag.
There's another flag down. Oh, they just got it back up.
Get that flag down. Get that flag down.
They're trying to hold that, which only TKO's pressing them for now. The rest of CSA are either sitting, recovering, or moving, but this is... I mean, those flags that are down for Union, there's a 5-minute despawn timer on those, so... Union... Oh, man.
Union's going to have a hard time getting that flag back at C, if even they ever have a chance to do so. I think they're just going to wait for it to despawn.
Yeah, they're going to wait for that. Or Eagles Brigade, 2nd U.S. Sharps here. They got to run around to that point.
Aye, they might have a chance here, especially since CSA seems to have pulled themselves off from C. If Eagles Brigade realizes what's going on and they oh, it looks like EB might realize what's going on.
Keep moving.
I think Gonzi's good.
Somebody sprint to catch up to me. I need to be.
Aye, but they're being chased by TKO. TKO seems to be keeping advantage on the size difference.
So, unfortunately for TKO, they're a little outnumbered. Oh, they got more guys straggling up. Their flag turns the other way, though, or is that A&V's flag? I don't know.
We stay back here. We don't charge in with them.
Anyways, CSA's starting to push towards B, but it looks like these Eagle Brigade guys in 2nd U.S. Sharp, 65th Illinois, looks like they've got it. They should.
Aye, they certainly seem to have stopped, and now they've actually turned back to give TKO a bloody nose.
Pop out, shoot, get. Shoot, kill him.
Pop out, shoot, and reload on reload.
Or the longer these Union guys take, I don't know why they're trying to sit and shoot 6 or 7 guys now. They need to go to the point. Every second that goes by, they're losing 2 flagpoles worth of tickets. And they can't afford that at this point. You're down over a morale stage. And actually, some CSA are now going back to that C point. It's TKO, so...
and CSA have completely pushed Union off of B. They've flipped sides, essentially. Union's now fighting from the east, while the CSA is shooting from the west.
Good luck. I'm going to laugh if that flag despawns at C. It just despawned. Right as Union moved up.
Those poor bastards.
I watched the Burnside's Bridge public match. Union
I
tried
was in that. I was in that
the one
match. Sir.
yesterday.
When artillery came in and fucked it all up for us. I was autofilled to Union. We had a chance to win even with Mr. Arthur Saline. God forbid we almost threw the match, but we took it, and then artillery decided to
That was terrible. That was
break it.
That was terrible. Did you play in Burnsides yesterday?
Aye, sir.
I'll get that in a second. Union's charging into TKO's trying to hold a line here.
I was actually one of the last men on point, and I died just before the artillery came in. So I had no idea what fucking happened.
Right.
All I had seen was that, oh, we were winning the point, and then all of a sudden I hear artillery go off, and then all of a sudden we're losing the point. And I said, what the fuck is going on? And then all the men spawn back in, and I'm just hearing, fucking artillery, fuck this, fuck that, throw in the match. It's just, oh my, I have never been so pissed before at a War Rights match. I don't think I
I
have.
was so pissed watching that. Union have taken C, they decapped it, they got TKO's
Oh.
flag, A and V came on the other side, and I think they do have a flag with them as well. Meanwhile, nothing's happening at B, but yeah.
I sadly need to say, Second US has kept their, they've kept their designator as the local bayonet connoisseurs. Every time I see those boys and zoom in, they keep getting bayonet jars. Poor bastards.
The Burnsides I saw yesterday, Union charged their flags across the river, and the officers, like the flags survived, got to the other side of the river. Union then charged up the hill, got wiped. Their flags survived though, but the officers told them to run back across the bridge to the Union side, even though CSA wasn't charging them out. So Union could have had the whole team respawn there. And
I didn't hear that part. All I know is that our flag somehow went down. I thought we got charged out. I honestly did.
But it was the point I was going with that was Union. One of those Union flags was down on the bridge as it was running back, and Union sat and like reformed. And then once they charged across, the flag despawned on the bridge. It was comedic timing, just like we saw.
A classic IVB throw, sir. A classic IVB throw.
Rip IVB. But they actually have 27th Virginia. They're trying to go to A. Union has some guys on it. 3rd Usha. Don't have a flag. Union, I get why Union doesn't have a flag here. And one of those flags that should have despawned should be taken to the A point. Which, we do have one Union flag. Midwest Brigade, they're bringing a flag down. But,
over on C point, EB's running face first into A and B.
see. 27th VA is going to try to cap this. They're going to start capping it, but Union's outnumbering them in a second. Union hit breaking. They're down by half morale stage.
I don't think these boys are going to... They might by the skin of their teeth, but I'm not sure.
I mean, 18 minutes. CSA, that's a lot of time to knock Union down.
Oh, Union's getting charged. Union's charging out at 8. They're taking it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't push that corner.
Oh, you might push this.
Hey, it's eviction.
Midwest Brigade and 14th Tennessee have managed to take it back. Well done on you boys. You saw what they were doing. That'll get you back up under the flag, under the head flags.
I don't know.
But
I don't know how long
it
that
does
Union
seem-
lead's going to last. CSA.
I don't know, sir. But it looks like CSA is flanking around at B. And the fight for C is still ongoing and going rough. Seems that USA's been getting hit hard, but they still have their 2 flags up. Good on you boys for keeping them. But A and V, they're trying hard and they're slowly creeping up.
65th had a nice little flank on A and B. They hit them from the rear and caught them off guard, but unfortunately their friendlies got pushed back right as they did that. So,
Aye.
Union will deal a ticket loss to CSA for the moment.
I forgot I had the flag. I'm sorry.
Save it, corn pop.
Union should be able to out-respawn. Never mind, each side has 2 flags here. For the amount of guys here to have only 2 flags, it's kind of surprising. You'd think there'd be a lot more guys if there were 2 flags on each side. At least to see.
I agree. Well, they just got the flag back up. The second flag was just brought up by Mr. Cornpop from A and V. But you see what I'm you might not have you might have missed it, but Mr. Puff from 65th Illinois, he was there with his pistol and he was shooting right as rain. Anything he was aiming at, it would drop. So that's the difference with what pistols are doing.
all these shots from these distances, I would think would be hits. They should be.
You'd be surprised, sir, actually. Some men believe they still need to be aiming high and the bullets will go right over a man's head.
That's what when
It happened the other day on East Woods.
When I was watching the pub matches yesterday, even with 100% accuracy, the amount of shots that would go over, way too much. It's like you can
That's
almost
the
keep it at
problem.
100% and people would still miss.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you're aiming at if you're hitting exactly what you aim at, the problem is you're hitting exactly what you aim at. So if you're aiming at a tree that's on the guy's right shoulder, you're going to hit the tree that's on the man's right shoulder.
That is true.
Oh, C point's about to get flint over here by TKO.
They're rushing up there. A&V's getting shot off here, which...
CSA has him right by the...
Keep firing, lads. Don't push up any farther than the second snake fence.
Hey,
Alright, that's just miserable. That's just fucking miserable. TKO, perfect flanking shot. Shot right down, crushed the T. You only killed 4 men. Even with the accuracy update. Come on, boys. You can do better than that. You're shooting at less than 100 yards.
A&V's being charged out by Eagles Brigade. CSA's kind of coming in for 3 sides on this point, and I like that Union's charging out one of them, or at least trying. They got the flags back, though, which I don't know, a little questionable. TKO might charge that, and they are.
It actually appears that Union is holding an A and CSA keeps trickling men in. They're losing tickets.
They can afford it.
Aye, but still, an out of line is an out of line.
That is true. Every little thing kind of matter if the match gets close, but as things are going right now, I mean, TSA did just hit taking losses. Union just lost those 2 flags.
A and B, A and B and EV just got pushed out.
And CSA is going to start dealing with ticket drain again, so... Well... I mean,
That was a climactic fight with an anticlimactic end.
you know, at least the CSA guys who are trickling into A, yeah, they're distracting some Union from the other points, but they're distracting an even amount, so I guess it's not... anything crazy. Also, if you look down at the 27th Virginia, their flag is on the opposite side of this little brick wall. How did it get over here?
Men skirmishing.
I have no idea how to answer that, sir. Only thing I could say is bad luck and RNG.
We gotta move, A-Tech.
Alright, let's go. On me.
How are they going to pick it up?
Not the flag. The flag's down.
Don't think they will, sir.
I must have, like, bounced up over? I don't know. That's
But
fascinating.
if you're hugging a wall, especially with the flag, if you die with it, the flag has a chance to actually bounce up and over just because of the way the physics engine works.
Then that guy must have spawned on the other side, if that's how that happened, because I don't know how you'd get a person over there without them spawning there. That's just weird.
Over where 14 Tennessee is, there's a little nook here. If you jump over, you can follow the stone wall down and go get the flag.
Ah. I wonder if... I can't believe that's in bounds. Huh. You know, that might answer the question as well.
SR just ran right into 7th LA and 65th Illinois arse, and they had no idea.
Behind us.
And they threw a few shots at each other and then ran away.
SB,
That's an interesting engagement.
SB went to A and died. Union's actually starting to take back B, though. Midwest and 6 Arkansas is on it, and they're going to get a decap. Although I don't think at this point Union can win this game. They're
I
too
don't
low
think
on
so, sir.
tickets.
You can't prove that.
3rd U.S. Horse Artillery standing up there on the edge of the wall, protecting the point. Actually, quite brilliant seeing those boys, especially with the accuracy update. They're kicking things down. But pleasure to see Midwest Brigade managing to take B point back. That was a hard fight. You boys managed to kick the teeth in and work.
CSA from C are moving out towards B, though.
EB's running right into TKO.
Come on, he's got to be hits. He's got to all be hits. I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I absolutely love this update.
I love it, sir. As much as I say it's made pubs more interesting, it's made them more fun. Even with the summer sale going on, you've been seeing a lot more of the these level 1s to level 2s and 3s were still wet behind the ears, still coming in, trying to fight themselves off. I'm just saying I'm enjoying the piss out of it, sir.
The question is, though, can War of Rights retain the player base that we get during these sales, or at least some of it? That's going to be the big question. I hope so. Oh, please, CS.
I would hope so.
Volleying happening at C. CSA overshooting a lot of those. Also, another interesting point is that people need, when they're in a line and they volley, people on the right side of the line shoot to the right side of your opponent's line. If you're on the left, shoot to the left. If you're in center, shoot center. Problem is, too, is that when everyone's accurate now, if you all aim towards the center of that line, you're all going to be perfectly, or should be, around that center area. And it's not going to hit any of the guys on the outside. So I think that's another note for people as well.
Oh, exactly.
Everyone just shoots towards the center of the line.
But something that might need to be said is, especially since I'm seeing so many fucking misses at close range, I think what men are not understanding is, since you're so accurate, even at close range, you still need to put your target on the man. One thing that might help: go to the targeting range, go to your drill camp, and just work on your rifles. Work on the 55, the 61, all the rifles that you're going to be using, especially in a pub match or a organized match. Use the Enfield, the 42. Use what you can and get good with it, so that way you know what you're shooting at, especially at 100 yards, 200 yards, 300 yards. Because I'm just seeing men miss, and it's breaking my fucking heart. Having an accuracy update, you're still fucking missing.
A&V in 7 South Carolina, they're pushing up onto B. They got buck and ball. You can see the little pellets tracing out, which is pretty neat. They're pushing up on that side. Opposite side of B, though, you got TKO and GB hitting Eagles Brigade on the stone wall. They should maybe take the stone wall.
They should. EB's holding on the right, but it looks like the left side is going to give out first with EB getting hit by TKO. TKO seems to be just right on fucking EB's case. Just every time they run into each other, it's a bayonet.
More charging in the center from CSA. GB in particular. I see some 8th Virginia tags as well. And this will get Union very, very close to last stand, if not in it.
I think that was the point, even though they're going to be losing a shite load of tickets there. I think it's going to be in. Oh, and it does look like EB managed to get pushed off by A&V and 72nd PVI. Oh, but you have a couple of skirmishes here from the 2nd Kentucky, and they're shooting these boys in the arse. That's an interesting watch. 4 men actually skirmishing. I don't even think that the CSA realizes they're being flanked.
No, okay.
Oh, there's the flag go.
There we go. Let's see, are they good skirmishers? That's another hit. 2 for 2.
There's 2.
3.
3 for 3.
Come on.
Come on. Do it, boy. Do it, boy.
Yeah!
4 for 4.
Let's go. Great shots.
4 for 4. Well done on you boys from the 2nd Kentucky. Well done, boys. But now they're going to get hit right by TKO.
So undeserved.
If these boys don't retreat, they're going. Oh, 5 for 5. They don't retreat, they're going to get hit hard.
I think that was a miss, but
Run, boys. Run, boys.
that was great.
5 for 6 is not too fucking bad, sir.
No.
5 for 6 is not too bad.
Especially when that 6th shot was maybe trying to hit someone over a stone wall. But anyways, Union hit last stand. They're still dealing a ticket loss to the CSA as they go down to breaking because they're up flags. But Union is going to take B back. So
2nd US Sharps and EB just had a small melee fight in the to the east of B Point. Managed to win that.
And if Union dies, they don't come back. So Union just got to go out in glorious battle.
Okay, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving.
GB just got hit. The 4 men that were there. 4 men that were there just got fucking capped. They did.
Get into him, get into him.
But I do think that as the fight goes on, especially over at B, where their men are still trying to give them the bayonet. With the new update, as much of the proprietor of the bayonet that I am, I don't think it's going to be saving you in most of the matches. Charges have just become death sentences.
That's what I'm glad they did do, because charges were super fun and like overpowered, and shooting was not that great. I'm glad that they didn't nerf charging. I'm glad they buffed shooting. because now both are fun. At least, even watching it, I think it's a lot more fun.
I agreed. The joke that's been going around with the FSB is that the next thing they're going to update is the fucking blocking mechanic and make it like Warband or like Mountain Blade. Just so that way it's, the melees are going to last twice as fucking long, if not 3 times. And it's just going to be a fucking massacre.
I hope they upgrade artillery next. I think it needs it. When it hits the center of the line, it should kill a lot of people.
Oh, that just means, if it's not already doing it, sir, I apologize for interrupting you, Mr. Eagle. If you're not already killing men on artillery, it means you're just a poor artilleryman.
That is true. The thing is when you watch War of Rights for long enough, at least what I think, I've seen so much artillery, so many artillery shots just completely missed. And then you hear, oh, artillery's great, you know, we have the highlights of the great artillery shots. It's like, great, how many shots did you take before you actually got the one big moment? So, it's definitely an artillery shot issue, a skill issue, but it's not like it's easy. But frankly, we've had it out for how long now? 5 years almost.
Just about.
Everybody talking to the
Hot barrels.
So,
New line.
But even with that being the case, with 5 years, you'd actually expect your artillerymen to be worth their spitzer.
I know.
Independent fire!
And this 6 Arkansas line just got completely shredded by A&V and PNA. So many guys dead back at the A point. It's perfect.
Right, they've formed a line, and SB is just coming around the corner, shooting and going back.
Gone are the days where you can hold in a big line in the open and expect things to go well. I can't wait to watch an EU event. I cannot wait to watch an EU event. The Historicals event on Sunday when they got to do the double ranks and all of that. Oh my god.
I actually think that's going to be the new meta, sir, doing double ranks. Especially with the accuracy increase. I mean, you're going to need cover, and having a man in front of you is the best thing you're going to get. What the fuck is going on over there?
CSA's scared. Hey, just go in there. They're just trying to shoot it out with the Union. Just go in. Maybe they're worried about their tickets for the campaign or whatever. But oh, there they go.
Holy fucking shit, they are here. I repeat, they are here. I repeat, that is a Union guy.
And CSA is gonna start that.
You can't say they went out with a whimper, sir. They went out with a roar.
Union flag tried to run across the pontoon bridge. It did not make it. First time you've seen someone use the pontoon bridge.
Only time I've seen a pontoon bridge being used was when we were having a for fun match with Smoke and Steel. And we quick-timed it across the pontoon bridge, formed a line, because Union decided to do the same thing. They marched out to meet us, we formed a line, and we fired by each other.
Beautiful. I wonder how Rivers Crossing is going to be. Like Cook's countercharge. Granted, I watched it yesterday, and nothing really changed.
I'm not getting down.
The only big change I saw yesterday, and I watched... Anyways, quick thoughts for the round. I'll finish my thoughts next round.
Well fought from both sides. The only thing I can think is that Union it spent too much time being spread apart. Much like what was ended up happening, A&V was running around like fucking chickens with their heads cut off. So was TKO. Those boys were running around about as much as they could. But aside from that, it seems to be what they were doing properly. They managed to keep getting the points back, and they were keeping it together. So, points to them.
Yeah, very good round overall. Great job from CSA. Union just got pancaked between B and C, which is not how I thought that was going to go with CSA going to B. Anyways, good first round. We'll see you all shortly for round number 2. And here we are with the start of round number 2 on Forest Stream now. For those of you who don't know what this is the Otto and Shirk Farm map, I would say. You got the Otto and Shirk Farms by the Union spawn. Further to the southeast, you have the Burnsides Bridge, but the area that we'll be watching for the first part of this match is not over any skirmish map. The A point is the point that CSA has chosen to defend, and they get to defend both rounds. This time it's A point. Remember, it's to the 25-minute mark. Anyways, server pop right now is 220. Inbalance is 4 to the Union side. CSA took artillery. They have 12. Union took artillery as well. They have 3. Interesting part is the CSA artillery is really far forward, and the whole Union team's going through it. Union artillery is...
And 14th Tennessee is getting charged out by AB.
Those poor artillery guys. But anyways, Wrathful, what's your thoughts for this map?
Well, right now I think the thoughts are pretty poor because 14th Tennessee just got fucked by A&V and AB. Poor little 7-man unit they were trying to... I heard him walking around saying they're just supposed to be a distraction. They certainly were. They got hit by 2 regiments and just wiped out.
Oh, was it the group down at C? Or by
Aye, sir.
C? Ah, okay. I saw them in the distance, but
If you don't mind me saying it, if you don't mind the profanity, sir, they got fucked like a prom queen.
So, yeah, A&V, PA, some of the PA guys with them are pushing down. Archer's Brigade is going down with them. But they are doing a distraction because a lot of the Union's getting close to A. CSA is now starting to turn towards that.
For as much as those boys got the punishment put on them, the Unions managed to actually put themselves in quite well.
Get this flag down. Get this fucking flag down.
I am seeing a fair few shots go over the CSA heads right now.
That's why drill is important, you bastards. Sorry, pardon my language, sir. That's why drill is important, gentlemen.
So, Union Eagles Brigade will throw off the GB guys that were there. 33rd Virginia and some 7th South
CSA
Carolina.
reinforcements coming in from TKO.
Yep. More Union, though, are showing up as well. Moving up slowly. Midwest Brigade and 6 Arkansas, remember. No
Oh,
Steve
we have a
Shepard's
good
got-
crossfire going here, sir.
Please be.
The Unions on both flanks of the CSA.
TKL's going to charge in here on the Union on point.
They're coming left. They're coming left.
Charging works nice and easy, especially in the houses, but it changes a wee bit in the woods. TKO might get in here, but they're starting to lose the advantage.
And that's the thing,
Let's
too.
see how it goes.
33rd Virginia is just watching TKO charge in. Why are you watching your friendlies? Charge in with them. I mean, CSA would have won this already if they charged in. They probably still would have won for the moment.
I think TKO did what they were supposed to. They ran in to be the distraction, cleared out USA in the beginning, so now they have the numbers advantage.
Touch it. Pull it up.
Sure, but if SB charged in, they could have fully wiped.
Oh my god.
That's a fair assumption, sir.
In the end, they do outnumber, as you say, and they should be fine in the end, which it now looks like they're going to charge, so they'll get it in the end.
Yeah, you better keep running, boy.
And
I'm loading it. Keep me safe.
but it was a good decap from Union. It at least stops it for a moment.
For at least a moment. That's faster than they did in the first match. I mean, Unions managed to keep themselves together closer than they have on the previous.
Reloads.
They're about to put more pressure on the point. Here they going again.
Back.
Oh, Buck and Ball just shredded 3 guys. Holy crap.
We're charging.
Charge, brace.
It's 1, 2 CSA flags down right now on A.
Brace, boys.
And CSA is getting hit from 2 flanks from Midwest Brigade and from 6 AR.
Like 5 people. It's insane.
Arkansas fucks.
Meanwhile, CSA that went down towards C, A&V is starting to turn back up to the top side of the hill. 65th Illinois and 14th Indiana are bye-bye.
Oh, dead guys.
Down.
This match is actually closer than the first one, from what I can tell.
A lot better. No, a lot better, a lot closer. You had the better word for it. Anyways, 27th Virginia looks like they won. They early get the flags back up, so TKO starts spawning in. A&D to reinforce it. Arkansas is going to try to charge in, but they are outnumbered.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I did. Push up.
I don't know where the 6 Arkansas flag is at, but there are some Union guys super far to the southwest. It is the Brigade respawning with the flag.
Arkansas is getting charged out, sir.
And they're done for. And CSA get the point.
You
back.
have one Union group behind them with EB. I think that might be where their flag is. Nope, they only have 1 flag here.
Yeah. Actually, there is a down flag marker on CSA lines. It's probably... Yeah, that's Union flag. So, looks like 6 Arkansas lost their flag there. So, good turnaround from CSA. They got the point back up, starting to deal ticket loss. What are your thoughts on the buck and ball change? For those of you who don't know, buck and ball, The pellets past 33 yards. They don't kill off the rip. I think they said this at the beginning, but I'll say it again. Pellets don't kill past 33 yards. They only do partial damage. But what are your thoughts on that nerf?
Well, on the nerf, sir, I think it's going to change the whole wide variety of how men fight. But I'll give you a further include when I find out why my word right is crashing, sir. I'll be right back. One moment.
I could stream my stuff for you in the call if you would look at that in the meantime. Anyways, Eagles Brigade's charging in on A. Some are shooting in the back. Some are trying to charge in. CSA holds that for the moment. 2nd U.S. Sharps on the opposite side with 65th. And 14th Indiana are trying to put some pressure, but they're getting completely shot down. And any second now, Union is about to drop to engaged. You have some CSA still kind of down at C. There's a couple of Union guys there. Issue for Union, though, is if they die, they got to spawn all the way back at main, and then they got to trek like about 3-4 minutes to get over here. And that's 2 Union flags down. 1 down, actually. Eagles Brigades picked up the 6 Arkansas flag, but A and B and TKO with a nice little charge here. They're going to get those flags back down and hit the Union down to engage.
Round them up and execute them.
It's a good hold from CSA. They got 3 Union flags down. Now, remember, 5-minute despawn timer, so Union will probably get these flags back around the 28-minute mark. Maybe a little after that. But at that point, once they despawn, I assume Union's not going to go in here again. Once they despawn, Union just needs to spawn in, and then they need to go to B and C. They need to get ready for these next points because you're not charging into A through the woods and expecting to win that. If anything, you'll expect to lose tickets just because you won't have those respawns, and CSA will. But that's one thing I kind of wish you could see at the end of the round is how many tickets you lost to flag loss and how many tickets you lost to kills. Because I want to know how much of a difference a flag makes. But I think it shows up in the console command, but maybe that's something to look at the end of the round. 3rd Usher charging out CSA artillery. I'm surprised CSA has so many guys on Arty. I mean, you kind of understand because Union's going to be going through them to get to A, but CSA Arty's been charged out this whole time. They haven't been able to do anything. That's why I swapped sides earlier, because I kept getting that Arty pop up.
How about you don't do that?
Nice
How about you don't?
Nice
no,
shot,
stop
Steve.
that. I'll leave, buddy. Just let me leave. Okay, I'll leave.
Yeah, you get out
Fine,
of
you
here,
can have it.
mister. Yeah, get
I'm
out
not
of here,
even
mister.
trying
Oh,
to
shit.
rainbow. Just let me be.
And these CSA Arty guys are, I mean, how many are... They still have 12 guys on it. I don't know why they're keeping guys on artillery. You're not going to get a whole lot of kills. Conquest and Contention, dog water for artillery. It's... The maps are so huge. It's similar to the drill camp skirmish maps where it just seems like the Arty is here just so that Arty could... Or the devs could say we have Arty on these maps. Oh my... I don't know if they did a change with the bullet trail, but it's so much more noticeable now.
Fire northeast if
Dang,
you're unsure. They're still there. I can smell them.
I think it looks a good amount
Yeah,
better,
go sniff
too.
them out, Crunch.
So, 5.5 minutes until B and C open up. Midwest Brigade with the last flag for Union is trying to go into the woods, which they should be able to hit T and see that their friendly flags are down. So if I were them, I would not be pushing A. Just sit back. I know you're going to lose tickets to the flag, and normally I'd say you want to contest that, but these aren't normal rules. So you need
Hello, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. My word rights crashed, and then my fucking Discord did too.
That's how it be sometimes.
Everything shit the bed.
I can get that. TKO's going to charge into Midwest Brigade, and Midwest Brigade needs to keep that flag up high. Nice kill, decoys. We haven't missed a whole lot. The major thing is just Midwest Brigade's gone into the woods. We've gotten close to A. Not really close, but they pushed into the woods a little bit trying to shoot the CSA. And they should have known that their friendly flags are down. You hit T, you see that they're down. You see the little marker in the distance. And I don't know why they pushed up with the last remaining flag on their team, because that flag will not despawn until the 24-ish minute mark. And at that point...
But sometimes it's about ego. Or ego, Mr. Eagle.
Yeah.
Sometimes, even though you see the other flags down, sometimes you just push up because you believe maybe they're just down because either some Rambo, perhaps it was just a bad charge and the flags will be up in a moment, but sometimes it's just ego.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
But it does seem that since I've been gone, USA has managed to piss their tickets away to almost a half-stage disadvantage.
Yeah, it's, Union's losing tickets. Second Kentucky guys for Union are right by one of the downed Union flags. They're not picking it up, and I fully support that idea. I don't know if they can't because they're a small group, but they just need to let that flag despawn. I would hate for them to pick it up and then they die. Which, one of these Union flags that's down to the west of A.
3rd U.S. Horse Artillery. Their officer just ran right into the woods and ran right into SP.
One of the... Okay, hold up. 14th EB, they have a flag up, so maybe some of their guys went back and got one of the down flags. I see 2 Union down flags. I don't know if one of them despawned.
It looks like it, sir, because right now, 1st Minnesota B is missing their flag. Pennsylvania B, 32nd. Oh, they just got their flag back up. So I think that's the one that despawned.
Yeah, because I see 2 down markers. Is it? Yeah, it's back on main. Good call. So Union's got 1 flag up in the woods. They're probably going to get Midwest Brigade's flag back, and Snowcast picks it up.
They just got it. Mr. Colt and his men pick it up.
Hi, Cactus.
So 2 minutes till the other points open up. If I were Union, I would not bother with A. I would go to B and C. Like, CSA is basically on C, and they basically take...
2 CSA artillerymen are walking up to Union artillery.
Oh.
There's 1. There's 2.
No way he's going to shoot the shot up. Oh.
He just walked right up to him. He got 1 stab on, and then... Oh, come on, Mr. He's an ordnance sergeant. He's Mr. 5T.
Oh, no.
Jesus, that man couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if he was standing in it.
I don't know why CSA's... No, so that's CSA artillery. Union took the CSA guns. There. That's why the CSA already was kind of there. Union's charging...
Maybe they shouldn't have lost it.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I mean, Union's charging into them the whole time. I still don't know why they're spawning in on artillery. This just seems like a bunch of lost tickets for no reason.
Ego, sir. Artillerymen want their guns. There's a reason why they're artillerymen.
That's true. So, briefly looking at the outside of the map, 1 minute left. At the C point here, you got Archer's Brigade and some Greg's Brigade guys. At C, closer to C though, you got A and V, and they, I assume, have a flag. So CSA's primed to get C. Countering them, you got 6 Arkansas and 3rd Usha heading that way. Meanwhile, that despawn flag that we were talking about a minute ago has spawned back in, and it's at B right now, which 7th LA and Midwest Brigade are there. And
at this range, 6 Arkansas should actually be aiming up. They should be aiming high, especially since over here GB has their Stonewall. Try aiming high, aim for a man's shoulders.
So, from your knowledge, what would you say? When does the bullet start dropping?
Bullets start dropping immediately around 150, 155 yards. Immediately.
That far out?
That far out. 150, 150 yards. After that, you can pretty much, if you're at target range, you can shoot at 250 just by aiming above the bullseye.
Fascinating.
Huh. At 260, you're aiming, or 260 to 268, you're aiming above the target. And anywhere beyond 270 to 300, you're aiming above the target by a head height or higher.
Yeah, I mean, I always knew the bullets rose, but I didn't think it'd be that far out. Maybe my memory's bad, but no, that's... Thank you. That's good to know.
Well, that's the thing. Most men don't understand how a bullet raises in this game. Most of them don't understand how the accuracy decreases and increases all the other shite. That's why I say you have to go to the drill camp and test out your rifles. Test it at different increments to know what you're shooting at, how you're going to be shooting at it, what's changing, especially with the newest updates. Since it's not luck-based anymore, it's now essentially if you're aiming at something and you have him right in between those two little tongs and you foresight and you hit him, that's what you got to do.
So the points open up now. CSA have taken C. Union's taking B. Now I like what Union's doing. I like that they waited a minute or two and then went into A because there's a high chance of CSA going off the points. Now Union has decapped A. And they
did it perfectly.
Yeah,
I'm going to agree with you. They did it perfectly. CSA is completely split to hell. They have no idea what's going on, and they just lost A because of it.
And 65th Illinois just charged into TKO. They both kind of ran into each other, not one side charging the other, but that's a one down Union flag there.
Yankees down the world.
TKO seems to understand how to use the bayonet. Every time I see those boys charge in, I've only seen them lose one or two charges. But every time I see them go in, they either win or they're doing it for a reason.
Yeah, they're going to charge the 14th Tennessee as well.
Well, that is a full fucking morale stage difference.
Yes, it is. The question is, though, is unlike last round, can the Union catch back up? I mean, they're in a lot.
If they manage to take A and then capture B, they might have it.
I mean, yeah, they have the flag lead right now, and
well, CSA is going to try and move in, and it seems like they really do want to keep protecting C point here.
is that a down CSA flag at C from 7th LA? Yeah, it is. So one CSA flag down on the far side of the point. Anyways, back at A, CSA is pushing in on the A point. Numbers are fairly even, but Union's going to back off a little bit, not knowing how many CSA are pushing up.
But another point of order, because I was just watching A and V get shot at in the flint from 7th LA. One thing you do need to understand, or what most men need to understand, especially with the update, bullets are traveling slower, so you actually need to lead your targets now.
They travel slow. How did you figure
They
that
travel
out?
slower. Well, we actually we have a couple of men who like to be the guinea pigs for this thing because they love they're such gun nuts. They love doing it, and they'll go out to the firing range and they'll quick time it, they'll double time it, they'll sprint around the field, and we'll shoot at them like fucking. I believe Americans, you boys call it whack-a-mole or something like that. And we just shoot at them until we figure out how to lead them on. It's one of the reasons why Fortress Brooklyn, part of our skirmishers, that's why they're some of the most accurate fucking men, because they literally go into the drill camp for hours at a time and just drill with the rifles, drill with how it goes, drill with the drop, drill with how it goes, shooting through cover, shooting through trees, through foliage. It's fucking insane what these boys do.
So at A, CSA...
A and B's getting hit by Midwest Brigade.
Everything's
If
happening.
Midwest Brigade comes around the corner, they might be able to just charge out A and B. And I think that's what they might do. Come on, go kill them, you bastards! Don't pussy out! There's two of them, kill them! Jesus Christ.
Right there.
Okay, never mind. They killed one of them. Well on you boys, now kill the other one.
There's a flag coming on our left.
But Union has managed to once again reprise the roles as they've managed to completely outfit the CSA again. CSA as to the north side of C Point. You have over here 6 Arkansas, and you have 2nd US Sharps, and they are currently over here doing some damage to TKO over here to the west. Not TKO, that's actually GB, and they have Rambos in their rear. 7th LA just came in.
No, they just had a mini charge and...
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they just had a mini charge. Everything's happening at once. You had a charge at A, where CSA charged in, Union backed off, then the CSA was charged by the Union at A, which is EB, I'm pretty sure. Yep, and Union was able to win back, but CSA got the decap, which is huge. Union get the decap at C. There's been like 2 or 3 charges here at C, and it looks like it's resulted in 2 down CSA flags. One of those flags are in the river.
There's a skirmishing line from GB coming across the B point.
And there's not a
They
lot
have no flag.
They're just trying to get a decap, though, and that would be huge in and of itself. A couple Midwest Brigade guys here, though.
No, those are definitely enemies.
And they should stop them. They have a flag.
Enemies to the southwest on the fence over there, I think.
And EB just got charged out by A and V and AB. And A point looks like it's going to be falling here in a moment.
Well, Union's
But
got
Union
that-
have managed to take C.
Yeah. They've gotten, what, one CSA flag down as well at C. So, looking good for Union so far. It's at least going to be a few minutes before CSA can contest C or B.
They need to reorganize themselves.
There is a Union down flag at C as well, towards the west side of the point. More like northwest side. But gotta love Conquest. Everything is happening everywhere.
Especially with all the low numbers that they have for the size of the map, I should say. These boys are just skirmishing groups running into each other like picket patrol.
I'm being told that the pub server has 400 players on it right now. They capped it.
Oh, you can't tease me like that, Mr. Egan.
Dude. I might be a little worn out though. Record some pub matches after this, but I really wanna.
Poor bastards. So there was a hero of the CSA went over to go and grab the flag that was dropped over by C. Poor man didn't make it but 20 yards before he got shot.
That Union flag got picked up. Never mind.
Got picked up. Artillery explosion. No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. It'd be like that. I wonder if we'll see maybe 2 popped servers tonight. 2 popped pub servers. That'd be
the first time in a long fucking time I've ever seen that.
Don't worry, the Dubs will drop 500 players and then it'll stay as 1.
Indeed. Oh, it looks like CSA artillery's being charged out again.
Again.
There's a skirmish.
What are they doing? I wonder how many tickets alone CSA are losing from the artillery guys. Unfortunately, they're just being charged out the whole time by Union infantry and artillery.
Why is the CSA bad at poker? They fold under pressure.
And that is more out of lines.
And there's a little...
And another charge over at C. Jesus, these boys can't keep themselves contained.
Tiny charge. Maybe not tiny, I think it's tiny.
GB just got hit by 1st Minnesota and Midwest Brigade.
And Midwest Brigade win that. So,
C is now fully in control of the Union.
and CSA are only around A right now.
Aye, they're there in fucking droves. They are TKO, AB, A&V, SB. They got it. They got every man there who's anything.
You get pushed out, move to the end.
I almost wonder if CSA should try to go to B instead of C with a larger force. But obviously it's going to be a little hard to communicate that.
I don't think they're going to know how to do that, especially since, one, they're so split apart,
right,
and two, they're not sure where the Union is because everything's gone quiet.
Right. I would say if I were CSA, I would at least think that we fought a lot at C, and so Union's probably has a lot more guys at C compared to B. But to that first point, though, of just the trying to get everyone on board, that's definitely not an easy thing to do. Which some more Union are actually pressuring A, and that's going to keep CSA put for a moment. 14th Tennessee's kind of going around to the rear side.
And 2nd US Sharks up at the front once again.
And 65th there.
I'm going to pray for you boys. You're going to run right into SB.
Which, there's 3 guys walking with the flag there.
Charge right.
And the flag's like, oh.
Well, 2nd US might win this one. Come on, boys, you can do it. Come on, boys. I believe in you.
I got you, Falcon.
Let's
I got you.
No, you're
Left the hill, up the hill. We got a flag.
Mother of God. 2nd US won a charge. You bastards did it. 2nd US finally won a charge against another regiment.
That's the headline for our video. Thank you all for watching. We have peaked. But CSA, it's taken losses. Union's starting to catch up. Union is setting up a defensive line between A and C. For the most part, Union's actually keeping about a regiment or so at B. I don't know if they're moving out or if they're just reshifting. But we got some shootouts happening at C right now. Who is this? A and B. Actually, GB's pushed down for CSA.
CSA is going to try and pincer C away from USA.
27th over here.
27th over
Because
here.
it looks like they have one force that's over there to the southeast and one force over here to the west. Looks like they're going to try and either force their way on or try and bluff their way on.
You know, these tiny
What?
Union groups at A, I normally wouldn't like that, but they're keeping a lot of CSA distracted around A, and it's letting them kill them via the tag ticket rate, so, or the flag ticket rate, so.
3rd U.S. Horse Artillery has a perfect position to watch C from. They're hidden in the fucking shade. They're hiding right behind a stone wall. These boys are doing it right proper to try and defend the point.
It's gotten there.
You can actually hit it now.
Hey, buddy, come here. No, buddy, come here. Come here.
It seems a small firefight's broken out between 2nd U.S. and 65th Illinois.
Come over here. Follow me. Come here.
A and B's captured the Union guy.
Come on. Come on. You're being taken prisoner by the ANV.
Did I hear you right, sir?
Oh my god.
A and B just took a prisoner.
Let's go, let's go.
I need
They
you.
just
Right,
volley,
we're
killer.
gonna charge that
What?
corner.
Let's
We need you to be the first man in the charge.
Okay.
Where?
You got this.
Down by C, sorry.
Go get him.
They're gonna use him as bait. He's gonna be the first guy in the charge. He's going in.
War cry. Let's hear it.
Oh, Jesus.
Give us your war cry.
Poor bastard, Mr. Spade. Mr. Spade, a quartermaster sergeant.
Oh,
And he just got shot. All of AV and TK are fucking laughing their asses off on that. Oh, but that's gonna show you why the charging is not gonna work out for you. Their entire line just got fucking decimated.
I got a souvenir.
And they'll get that flag down too, so good for Union. And Union's still putting pressure at A. CSA aren't charging them out. They're kind of just sitting and shooting, which actually for the first time today, CSA artillery is living.
I'm not sure how I'm going to say this, but it seems that the USA have, for as much chaos is going on, these boys are thriving in it. I mean, they have an organization somewhere in this chaos. I couldn't fucking tell you where it was. But they're fighting it. They're fighting it A hard enough that these boys don't understand that they can't push that they or could push it B or C if they had the numbers. But they're so stuck at A that they can't.
So you know how I made the joke a few minutes ago that we're gonna have 500-man servers?
Hi, sir.
I was just informed. Okay, there's a charge here. Let's look at that.
TKO is getting charged.
And something going. And TKO is gonna get wiped.
TKO is gonna get wiped.
Oh, maybe not. It looked like it for a second.
No,
Nope,
TKO just got wiped.
Yep, that's 2 flags. All right, so I made that joke a few minutes ago. I am being informed that the pubs got pushed to 500-player servers.
Christ almighty.
Can this round end already? Come on. Oh man. Oh man, I wanna.
Poor bastards. TKO just got charged out.
Sprint back on me to the north. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Holy crap.
We're gonna find a better spot. Double quick once you get over the hill.
Left side, left side.
And who just informed you of that, Mr. Eagle, if I might ask?
It's Lucky from I-Corps. He's been telling me this as of late. He's a very old friend.
I see, sir, I see.
Now the question is it true? I might even go
Insider
out.
information.
Insider.
Insider information. Shame yourself, Mr. Eagle. Insider information. Shame yourself, sir.
I'm surprised the devs. Oh well. I guess it's a good time to test 500 of all times.
SB is going through like a hand of God sweeping through the woods, but second US has managed to actually just get out of the way.
Alright, 33rd on me. Double
Are they gonna go to B, SB? You got some
As SB actually made their way in, you have a couple of USA who's back here from EB.
Second Texas is at
Who have
B.
actually, and they might actually decap A.
Meanwhile, at B, GB, second Texas guys are there. They're killing 2 skirmish guys, but they might get B.
They have a few minutes to decap it before they have reinforcements who just spawned at USA cap. I and EB's making their way in.
They're not gonna get. They're spreading out way too far. They're not gonna be able to start the decap. But second Texas guys should get.
I don't fucking believe this. One of the Union men has actually made it onto A. They're actually pulling the flag down, I think. Oh no, it was just I was down the hill from them, so it looked like they were on the point.
Yeah, we can win this. We can definitely win. The only thing is that.
And
Looked like those boys were on the point.
and a second now, Union is about to take a ticket lead for the first time today. Both sides will hit braking, but Union is about to take a ticket lead. This is really looking like it's... Actually, I don't know if it's going to be a draw.
Hold it.
CSA's got
Well, EB is going to run headlong into the skirmishers over here at B.
Yes, indeed.
If GB gets this decap, it looks like they will. That's huge for CSA. Because if anything, this round's going to be a draw now. Do they have a flag? Okay, they do. EB does. Oh, wait, maybe they won't get this decap.
I will say, good over here on these boys. EB and 6 Illinois and the 2nd US Sharps. You boys, even though you might not feel like you're doing much, you boys have stayed right there in the center and you've completely cock-blocked the entire time there.
You know, so GB gets that decap at B. Good job by Greenwood, specifically. He stood in front of the guy decapping and prevented Union from killing that guy getting the decap. So that was huge. And we can see what happens when you don't have a Steam chat. A lot of the Union is reacting to this and kind of falling back to that B point. And maybe he's opened the way for CSA at C.
You have a man here from 2nd Kentucky, Private J. Harley. He's getting himself up in order. I'm not sure where he's going, because he's running back. I think he was acting as a skirmisher, or even some sort of, essentially a spy. USA is winning the charge over here north of A. SB tried to charge in and got fucked.
You missed. Hand shot.
We're winning. Come here, you fucking rats!
And they're going to win that. Oh, never mind. Here comes GB.
No, don't you touch him. Don't you touch him.
Oh, poor bastard, Mr. Pancake from the Illinois. I saw him trying to sneak up and try and decap A by himself. Caught a bullet for it.
Both sides hit braking. Union retake B.
And CSA are losing. If you look at the bars, CSA is at a ticket disadvantage.
Yep. The question is if Union keeps this lead, which A&V's on C right now. So actually, yeah, it looks like A&V's going to get that decap and cap it. I think this round is probably going to be a draw.
3rd US Horse Artillery is in a perfect place. They're A&V's getting hit from a fucking 2 sides. Perfect crossfire.
Skirmish line, don't budge unless you're protecting killer.
Yeah, we got a biscuit going on, guys.
Third US Horse Artillery just got charged out by TKO. Seems like they're getting their vengeance. CSA just put themselves at a ticket disadvantage trying to cap down C.
Yeah, but more importantly, they've stopped the ticket bleed from the flag. And so, I mean, if they hold this out, it'll be...
Over Union's holding on to this tooth and nail, sir.
Yeah, they've sent up... More guys are moving up from B. On the west side of the point, 7th LA is pushing up a
Mr.
little
Kramer, 7th LA, just managed to cap a couple of boys before they gave to him. 7th LA is distracting the CSA, but is it enough? I don't think so.
Hey, I don't want them to get that flag up. I'm gonna charge it.
Oh, CSA flag just went down. Last boy's TKO there. Mr. Vadam, let's see if he can put it up. Come on, boys. Shoot the man raising the flag. Shoot the man raising the flag. There you go.
Oh, they got him right as he capped it.
Right as he capped.
But they should get that decap. Maybe A&V's on the opposite side starting to put pressure.
A and V is currently holding here. I think that's what... Oh, it's open. That's not even a stake rail. It's open ground.
Shoot that flag bearer. You have to replace him every time. Oh, I just took a wound. Holy shit, I just took a shot. I'm alive.
CSA has flipped the script. Oh, that was a good volley. You dropped about 3 or 4 men there, even from that range in the dark. Well done, Mr. Farnham. Well done, you boys from the 6 Arkansas.
Union's going to be able to decap this point. 4 minutes left. This is going to be a draw.
Never mind. Hot barrels. Hot barrels.
Hot barrels, boys. Their flags down.
They might. If they can grab CSA's ticket. Because you have USA, 3rd USA Horse Artillery's flanking A and V. Come on, boys. Come on. Perfect silent charge. Look at that. They came right in behind him. They didn't even know they were getting killed.
Good push there from 3rd Usha. Flag still not... Yeah, this... I mean, if Union doesn't get that flag capped within like 30 seconds, I don't even know. But I think this round's a draw. No one's going to be able to get anyone in the last stand, I don't think.
I wouldn't count the eggs, sir.
Flag up, boys. Flag up.
Let's see what happens to the basket.
Flag up. Get the flag up. Body block the flag.
TKO's charging out to the point, trying to maybe delay this a little longer so it's at least a draw.
Get it up. Shit. No, come on. What the fuck?
Which, they get a flag down. Colt does not sound very happy from EB. Midwest Brigade's charging in the side of some B&V guys who are bringing a flag up. Cloud just got blown
up. TKO just tried to do it, and they're trying to keep it together. But it looks like they're going to be getting that flag up back at sea. And if the ticket drain is enough, and I mean might be enough, it might be a draw, but it might be finicky.
So...
Okay, I don't understand what CSA is doing here. If you zoom out to the northwest by north, you have 2 regiments of CSA just fucking sitting there. B is wide open. They're not moving.
I mean, Union's been pressuring that with skirmishes this whole time. I mean, at this point in the round, I don't know how much it matters for them to go and get B. I don't think either side's going to hit last stand at this point.
Well, let's see.
2 minutes left.
With CSA shifting so far on the right, if Union goes right for A, they can cap it. And I think they might have enough time to actually have 3 flags up instead of just having 2.
And that would force a counterattack, and they could win that way. And I think those guys at CSA heard you. They are dive bombing towards B right now.
Mr. Pancake once again over here at A trying to Rambo himself to get a flag. And Mr. Savage might just shoot him. Come on.
Why is there an RD shot explosion really far to the south-southwest?
Come on, shoot him, Mr. Savage. Shoot him. Oh, Jesus. You're a Lieutenant Colonel. Pull the trigger.
Is he just aiming and not shooting?
He's just... There we go. Took an AB man to go up and kill him.
So, a couple charges happening at C. Nothing crazy, though. No flags lost. CSA charging into B. 1 minute left. Wrathful, what's your thoughts for this round?
I don't think it's over just yet. So there might be a chance. Only reason I say that is because if they kill enough USA and bring down the flag, or the other way, as much as I might say, let's see what happens. But so far all I can say, especially my thoughts now, Union has been thriving in this fucking chaos. That's all I can say. It's been fucking chaos. You've had men fighting over at sea with skirmishes and other charges, counter charges. You've had them fighting over at A. You've had them fighting over B. It's just been a fucking... Oh my Jesus. To say this is a tavern brawl is something else entirely.
Yeah, no, both sides have been playing well. Union's done a really good job, a good rebound from last round. Which, I don't know if they do a pick-up patrol after this. Because if they draw, they do a pick-up patrol. But CSA 1-1 and this round's going to be a draw as the clock hits 0 and no one has a morale stage lead. But, anyways, good 2 rounds today. I'm going to hop over on the pubs because if there's 500 players, my goodness, I'm going to see that. Anyways, with that all being said, thank you all. This is a great after-action screen, by the way. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. We have a Patreon where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord, merch, X, Instagram, TikTok, and more. regardless of all of that, I appreciate you all being here. War of Rights is 50% off right now, so if you enjoyed this and you want to see what it's like, now is the time to do it. So, we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
What the